Fuck. I just realized I was on mute. Alright, welcome back to Girls Frontline 2, Exilium. And we're going to be reading the second half of Zhaohui's story. But let me do some dailies first. So we already did a lot of things, including the dormitory tax. Win once in combat exercise. Okay, let's do this one. It's time to bully Bepley again. By the way, in X there is so much. I think there was like a offline event in Korea, and there's a lot of cosplayers posting their pictures, and I was kind of did the way so. Sharkery fans are eating well today. Sharkery fans. I saw her perform, and I was like, she might be, she might actually be the true idol after all this stuff. Well, according to Yuhi, Sharkery is her someday, so that's the thing. Yeah, that's practically it. Oh, nice. What 80 days? Every half the year is a half year I don't want to work. Oh. Perfect attendance award. You know, it's a good thing they're no longer doing the. Do you know how some older gacha games have like you had to be online 300 there was a online streak. Like you get rewards for being online all the time. If you log in every day. And I remember FGO, NA or Global, I don't know. There was one weekend that destroyed everyone's fucking login bonus shit. I feel bad for those guys, man. Oh yeah, Solo has no attachments or at all. I just gave her a gun. That's why she was doing piss damage. The real question is, would we feel like a Hydro team for the upcoming Fun Smoke? I don't think so, man. I still think the current Fun Smoke is gonna lean towards corrosion, physical, and whatever remains of ice. Tomorrow we're back to Fun Smoke. God damn, we are so back to Fun Smoke. 19 hours left before we go back to all that suffering. Alright, cool so far. Cool so far. Oh yeah, yesterday I was able to level up my dispatch level. I'm now 29. Still have a lot more to go. Who's next? Bulwark. Yeah, Bulwark. We don't have those. I think I'm done with dailies, except for like the event stuff. No, we're still good. We are still good. Stop playing PvP. There's nothing going on there. Oh, they already gave out the bananas and the wooden stick. Oh, we should get one of those. I haven't try-harded yet enough that I cleared out the glory store. I feel like it. Although it might be nice to. Might be nice to because the next one's gold chip 600. I don't know how I wonder how long it takes to fill this up. It's gonna take a while. I don't actually arrange this. Excuse me. I have a lot of this thing. The Jupiter cannons or whatever they call it. Alright. Another set of USB sticks. Then our usual dailies for this one. What do I even need now? I'm not in a hurry to like get any of these, so get this one. Oh shit, I got this in default. Frontline survivors. We could go for one round, just for fun. Oh no! Someone has overtaken me. Oh no! Alright, let's go for one round. This is very important, by the way. You need to ensure you get that as early. Critical load. Then temporary shield. Go for firing. Then frozen realm. Then fracturing. Repel. Cross barrier. We need to start movement speed now. Better keep moving now, because these things shoot. Shot. Boss. Gotta kill that boss. Causing me some trouble. Could do one suicide run. Just to collect a lot more. Alright. Afford it. Alright. We could do one frontal assault in the center. Then we recharge 2 shields, then we do another one of those. Oh, there's the boss. I hate these fast-moving bastards. Bastards. Alright, I gotta be careful now. Out of shields. 3 hearts. Don't waste that yet. Gotta go fast. Deja vu. All right, let's do a center run. Do a center run.
みんなを守れるようになりたいです。
I fucking hate these bastards. Alright, let's go center run. Alright, let's do another center run. Center run. Okay, center run. Okay, we kind of need to chill out for a little bit. All right, center run. Gotta chill out for a little bit. Alright, send the run. Start from here. I gotta keep moving or those bullets hit me, and that's a useless way to spend my HP. Alright, let's do a center run. Alright, I'm out of shield. Hey, those bastards, they're so fast. My boomer senses aren't fast enough for those. Okay, let's go for a run. Gotta be careful now. This is wasting my, I bet this is wasting my time. Those bastards are so fast, man. Just hate it when I deal with those. Where's the center mass now? Ah, fuck. Hayai. Gotta regenerate shields first, then we'll do another center run. God damn it. Those critters are so fast. If only I was 5 years younger. Nah, I don't need to be 5 years younger. I just need to exercise. Or some shit. Fucking Dynagate so fast, bro. Maybe I should have drank coffee before this, man. Maybe that's all. I just need coffee, man. Yeah, I haven't drank coffee today. I could probably take for a coffee break for that. It's a valid excuse. Oh shit. The Reba 22 was already... Yeah, I think I'll take a coffee break after this. Because I realized, I was like, why am I sluggish today. Okay. I mean, other than being sleep deprived, it's just. Oh well. What's a blizzard field? Oh. Man, this bastard. Good. All right. I guess I'll take some I'll drink some coffee. I'll be right back. take a break. Okay, I'm back. Let's get started. I was filling up the some Bandai Namco thing survey, and was making some suggestions. I was writing down some suggestions regarding Night Rain for a game that focuses on like social aspects. You know, having a co-op thing. I'd like more social aspects on it. And unironically, I also like to have like a PvE mode. You know, what's it? You know how Dark and Darker has like you go to a dungeon, there's 3 of you guys, and there's also a set of other 3 guys, like multiple 3 other guys, and then you try to survive, escape the dungeon while fighting other players. I want to have a mode like that. Also, of course, something like more ways to communicate with your other people. You know, something like an emote system, you know, or like some text that you could just click, pre-made text that you could tell players, no, don't resurrect me anymore, just continue fighting, or shit like that. And then, you know, have a friend system. You know how you meet up a lot of players, and sometimes on the way you feel like, hey, this guy is cool, I want to keep playing games with this dude. So, you know, and of course things like crossplay and all. Anyway, let's continue. Out in the wilds, a petite doll is racing through a herd of aelids. She places shot after shot with deadly precision, driving away the aelids that are swarming her. The aelid courses ringing her are piled high like gruesome sandbags. Her gun is starting to heat up, but Faye shows no sign of stopping. Instead, she begins counting the bodies on the ground. 7, 8, 9, 14. Still not enough. Again. Pace growls, then leaps up the slope of the aelid pile. Another aelid lunges at her as her gun is moving between targets. Faye whirls and throws her tomahawk, which cleaves deeply into the creature's throat. Yeah! Another body hits the floor. The impact shatters the glass crystals on the corpse, and the fragments land at Faye's feet. Faye quickly bends down to pick up the chunks, wipes out the icky stuff on them, and shoves them into her pockets. That's what you get for trying to ambush me. Soon the gathered aelids have all been dealt with. Faye picks up the last glass crystal piece and pats her bulging pockets. That should be enough, right? I ought to be able to get a present with these. Or is it? According to the art of human interaction, presenting a gift after meeting an old friend following a long separation is a sign of your sincerity. Jesus Christ, I just came from Kino prison, and I saw it for a split second. I just remembered Shu Chen there. Just reading some random ass book about how to be a person, how to be social or whatever. Anyway, so does this mean I should collect more crystals? I still have enough time to kill more of these aelids. Plus, the pieces will get worn down in processing. It'll be bad if I don't have enough. Faye looks up and gazes into the distance. A wisp of smoke curls into the air. It seems there's another aelid pack up ahead. She mounts up her motorbike and roars over to the source of the smoke. However, as she approaches the smoke, Faye gradually realizes something is wrong. Wait, those aren't aelids. The source of the smoke lies just over 100 meters away, but it isn't created by the aelids. Rather, it comes from really modified Vaeger vehicles. They seem to have found something, and several converted junkers are pouring fire on a small hill. It's those Vaegers again. They spread all the way over here. Faye ups the output of her visual modules and tries to see who the Vaeger's target is. However, she can only make out several indistinct shapes amidst the rolling cloud of dust. Could it be stranded travelers or residents from a nearby settlement? Who cares? Those Vaegers are all assholes anyway. I'll just shoot first and ask questions later. Nice. just like the demons in Freerun, I guess. Anyway. Faye revs her motorbike and rides into the heart of the dust cloud. Hey, over here! Alright, let's just set this to auto. I wonder when Faye is coming out. Actually, I'm kind of curious who is the half anniversary character, because they already hinted there's gonna be like a live stream just to celebrate the half anniversary. And since there are hints about like running a character out of order, I won't be surprised if it's someone like Rebella. It would be weird to release Leva, because you don't have a team. Rebella makes sense because you have an ice team. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Rebella makes sense, I guess. Lilane is also an option. I don't know about story-wise though. Although Lilane is connected to Leva, so it's kind of weird to see Leva. So we have her long hair back, and then so it's most likely Rebella. But then again, Rebella's associated with Leva's storyline. She's part 2 of the 2-parter story. So, you know what? I don't know, man. Let's continue for now. To Faye's surprise, the people surrounded on the hill are actually pretty good fighters and work well with Faye. So, the Warriors' convoy of modified vehicles are driven off. Faye brings her motorbike to a halt, runs up the hill, waving to the people behind the smoke and dust. You guys alright? We're good. Thanks for your help just now. That surprise attack of yours was most impressive. You're welcome. You guys were pretty good too. Are you bounty hunters? Bounty hunters? I thought you were local red. As the people she's addressing emerge from the smoke, Faye's words catch in her throat. You guys! Yo, Faye! Surprised to see us? See? Shiki-can? I told you! It was Faye! There's no way it would mistake anyone who lunches and hacks around with her all day long for anyone else. It's been a while, CZ75. I mean, Miss Faye. Sashiburi, Faye. I smile and walk out to the stall. I haven't seen in a long time. 10 years have passed. She changed her outfit, but her brilliant red hair still burns like a fire, and the spirited look in her eyes hasn't changed a bit. I was looking forward to meeting you again. From the moment Diane told me she had contacted you, I thought we'd meet at the campsite, but I didn't expect to run into you here. Can we consider it fate that our reunion took the form of fighting side by side? Faye seems to want to say something, but she spaces out after hearing me speak. Her mouth hangs half open. Her face turns red as she struggles to find the right words to say. Shiki-kan! Nice to see you again! I got a gift for when we meet again. I was planning to get a gift for you, but I haven't managed to get it yet. But I've got the funds ready yet. Saying so, Faye reaches into her pockets. Then she freezes up. Faye exclaims in shock and looks down at her pockets. Unable to believe her eyes, she feels around inside. Her pockets, which had been stuffed to her brim just a short while ago, have been grazed by bullets during the firefight just now. All the glass crystals she worked so hard to collect have been scattered everywhere, leaving only a few pieces sparkling forlornly in her hand. How could this... My collapse crystals... Faye? Faye clenches her fist in frustration, then grabs her head. It looks like she's struggling to keep control of her emotions. After a while, she looks up with a bitter expression in her face. I'm sorry, Shiki-kan. It looks like your gift will have to wait. Aw, cheer up. So you drop all those glass crystals you collected. So what? Just pick them up all again. I'll help you. What's important is that you met the Shiki-kan again, not some present. Yes, seeing you here is what matters to me. I pat Faye's shoulder and try to console her. Faye seems to seem on edge ever since we met. She hasn't said much, and what little she says comes out as nervous stuttering. What happened to her? I remember she was rather hot-tempered in Griffin, but not like this. Maybe I should ask her about it later when I get the chance. Oh. Arigato, Shiki-kan. I'm happy to be able to see you again, too. That's right. What are you doing here, Shiki-kan? That's a long story. You know about the troop, right? Someone caused trouble there last night, and Groza followed them to another Verjager camp. Yang Yu and I came over to help check it out, but not long after we met up, those guys went out for a walk. I see. And after this, you're going to... We'll be heading back to the campsite first. Groza's got a good picture of the situation here. I believe your teammates are looking forward to meeting you too. Once we return to the settlement, Yang Yu practically flies into the troop campsite. Onesama, Zhaohui, look who I found. Upon hearing Xiang Yu's voice, Diane looks up from where she's working by the stage. Faye! Diane approaches with quick steps, enfolding Faye and Jiang Yu in a hug. Zhaohui walks out in the nearby tent, having heard the commotion. Faye, what are you doing here? Zhaohui reflexively glances at me, and I raise my hands defensively. It really wasn't me this time. I only just ran into Faye. Zhaohui then turns to Faye, then walks over and punches Zhaohui's shoulder. Diane gave me the location. What the hell? So you can go off by yourself and nobody's allowed to follow? ... The previously happy mood in the air suddenly freezes over. Diane sighs before walking over to the pair, taking a green-colored arm in one hand and a red-colored one in the other. There, don't get mad. You should be happy that Monsoon's been reunited after so long. Yeah, that's right. Faye came over to help us out. In fact, she helped us beat up a bunch of Verjagers just now. Don't be so Zhaohui. Yes, Faye's skills were amazing. Also, do you have anything to say to Monsoon Assemble? Alright. Zhaohui presses the spot between her brows in resignation. I was hoping that this brief period of independent action would be enough to spur you ladies into calmly considering our future. Clearly, that plan has failed. Anyway, that just means it was the wrong thing to do. It's better to just be frank and speak up rather than having us all stew in our rooms by ourselves being miserable. Isn't that right, Onesama? Faye? For once I agree with Yang Yu. Yes, I agree that face-to-face discussion is the best form of communication for Monsoon. Much like when you play a song, one must be on the scene to properly judge the audience's reaction. Zhaohui, while this was a private commission, you're still part of Monsoon. Will you allow us to help you with this commission for the next few days? I mean, your business is Monsoon's business. Yeah, I'll help you out if Amita gives you another job next time. After seeing the sincerity in her teammates' expressions, the coldness on Zhaohui's face seems to have faded. Zhaohui looks them in the eye and nods. Alright. Several days later, inside the troop campsite, Monsoon's squad and Groza intensified patrols outside the campsite for the following days. Despite the little upset during the test show, the attack we feared never came again, and the troop enjoyed a rare few days of peace. It's a relief that the troop has been otherwise unmolested. But I'm hard-pressed to find a rationale for the Varieger's actions. They could have chosen a better word, but they chose the word unmolested. Okay. Could it be that the link between the Variegers and the attack from that night was purely a coincidence? Was it truly just two layabout with nothing better to do accepting a job from the underground? No. Perhaps I need to investigate further. There must have been something behind the scenes I've missed. Once afternoon rehearsals for the troupe are over, I seek out Zhaohui. As she listens to my intentions for coming here, she puts down the prop she is checking and looks at me in puzzlement. So, you intend to investigate the Variegers outside the camp, right now? Yes, right now. You can tell something's wrong too, right? I turn to look outside the campsite. While things seem peaceful enough in the campsite, the settlement outside is nowhere as warm and welcoming as it was when we first came. In fact, it feels somewhat deserted. Our audience is gone. That's right, the troupe advertised this show heavily, so there ought to be more people here. However, it seems the Varieger activity nearby has forced people who were planning to watch the play to abandon their plans. Shiki-kan, do you think the change in the Varieger's actions is linked to how we stopped the attack on the camp that day? I can't be sure, but we both know the Variegers are mixed up in this. And besides, the Variegers have been a scourge on the surrounding region, yet the settlement and the troupe have been completely untouched. It doesn't make sense. I don't think it's because we revealed ourselves, and I don't think anyone would actually pay to invite those starving wolves here. Therefore, I need to head out there on foot to figure out what's going on. Since it's very likely that Ida is involved, I'll need the help of the Monsoon Squad too. Understood. I can accompany you, Shiki-kan. Ooh, me too. I haven't gone out investigating with you in a long time, Shiki-kan. Yang Yu has appeared from seemingly nowhere and inserted herself in between Zhaohui and me, followed closely by Diane and Faye, who turned up in front of me. Why didn't you just tell us you needed help, Shiki-kan? Yeah, Zhaohui would have monopolized the scouting mission with the Shiki-kan if I hadn't secretly followed you. As I see the look of anticipation in their eyes, I can't help but chuckle, but eventually I harden my heart and shake my head. The Variegers are still roaming around out there, so we need to leave someone behind to protect the campsite. Zhaohui and Yang Yu will follow me. Diane and Faye will stay behind and protect the campsite. Woohoo! Understood. Faye and I will mind the campsite, but please be careful, Shiki-kan. As our jeep drives deeper into the wilderness, there's no trace of the Variegers. Yang Yu stares out the back seat window for a long time, but she can't find anything. Bored, she begins tapping out a rhythm on the vehicle's frame. Yang Yu, mind your volume. Okay, fine. I'll stop now. After being reminded by Zhaohui, Yang Yu sticks out her tongue and grumbles under her breath. These Variegers are such a pain. There's no sign of them anywhere. It's just a waste of your time, Shiki-kan. I can't believe we're spending our precious time off those Variegers. I'm so mad. After complaining, Yang Yu drapes herself over the back of my seat. Still, I'm glad I got to go out with you again on a mission, Shiki-kan. It feels just like the old days. In fact, I can't help but wonder how nice it would be if the troupe could just keep performing. Then Onesama, Faye, and I could just ignore the crappy agreement and stay with you forever, right, Shiki-kan? The agreement? Actually, Caroline sent me a secret transmission about a month ago when I was assisting Yon Marion regarding the new changes in the agreement. There are new changes? So someone's actively watching him and watching her. I forgot my Shiki-kan's a woman. While quite a few dogs have already returned to the Elmo through chance encounters, I was planning to maintain the status quo for a while longer to avoid the Elmo becoming a target once again. But after seeing the gloominess and delight in Jiang Yu's face, thinking about the pendant that Diane cherished so dearly, I find it hard to keep quiet. Perhaps I can't find the answer for the world, but at the very least I can give them an answer. Shiki-can. Actually, you can do that right now. You don't have to worry about that agreement anymore. Eh? Jiang Yu's jaw drops and her eyes go wide. I sigh and smile as gently as I can. Just last month, the Namfa secretly lifted part of the agreement's restrictions for various reasons. All right, what's the bullshit that they? What's the bullshit reason they used this time around? That said, it was done in secret, so I didn't tell everyone because I didn't want to alarm certain people. Also, I'm just a penniless bounty hunter right now, so all I can do is wander the land doing jobs to make ends meet. It's a hard life. I don't care if you're wandering or not. I'm happy as long as I'm with you, Shiki-can. It won't be a hardship for me. I'm sure Onesama and Faye feel the same way too. Oh yeah, I'll go back and tell them the good news. I'm sure they'll be really happy if they know they can follow you again. Really now. I chuckled and then turned to look at Zhaohui. However, I realized that she's staring intently through the windshield, her face grim. I like how anyone who has involvement with the Shiki-can is just like so in love with him, in love with her. But then Zhaohui is just like, the fuck are these guys doing, bro? I don't get it. Anyway, Shiki-can, for years sighted ahead. All right, time to turn them into mincemeat. When I mean mincemeat, I'll just. Oh. I missed that Ayana Sakura voice, man. I missed that Ayana Sakura voice. Problems resolved. Zhaohui, catch up quick. We can wrap things up and share the good news with our sisters sooner. Don't rush. Take care of the enemies first. Thanks to Zhaohui and Jiang Yu's combined attack, the ambushing Grey-Eagers are soon driven off. We wipe out the remaining enemies along the way, but we don't see anyone else around us. In order to verify the Grey-Eagers' tracks, we even pursue them all the way to the Grey-Eager camp we found earlier. However, the brightly lit campsite from that night is now completely deserted. It's as though these bandits were tipped off and vanished without a trace after shifting their area of activity. What's going on? Heh, maybe they got scared by how we've been spanking them over the past few days and ran off. No, judging by the state of the camp, that was an organized withdrawal. So, we missed them again. Let's head out to the other camp that Groza found. We soon arrive at the other camp. However, the situation there is the same as before. Hey, where did everyone go? When I came here with Groza and the Shiki-can just a few days ago, there were Grey-Eagers patrolling around the area. Indeed. They packed up and left in just a few days. And then, where did they go? I lean against the window and rub my forehead as I feel a headache coming on. Is there really nothing wrong with those Grey-Eagers? In the past, exterminating Grey-Eagers was not a difficult task. I like how the way she said it, it was like dealing with pests. I mean, Grey-Eagers are technically people, but like they're below. They're below. They're considered so below. However, they seem to have become more cunning over the past 6 months. The behavior we saw during this request reflects that. They have multiple temporary bases. They actively send out people to take underground market requests, and they even conduct organized group withdrawals. A vague feeling that there is something wrong about all this turns in my mind. It's almost as though someone is directing these crude bandits from the shadows. Unfortunately, I have no clues or proof regarding them at the moment. Ah, don't be so down, Shaking Hand. Since they're gone, the troop and settlement will be safe. You should be happy, Shaking Hand. It's good for Ida, yes, but it seems the bounty that the Shaking Hand will receive for investigating the Variegators is going to be much smaller than expected. You know what? I really want to roll for Zhang Yu, but like, I really wish her kit improves. Like, I hope her mod key makes her kit really good, because I really like her design, and I obviously like her V8, but you know, part of this game is me playing the game. Anyway, you don't hold back at all, do you? Ah, you're right. I'm sorry, Shikikan. I didn't think about that. Still, there's no need to worry. Now that the agreement's been loosened, Monsoon will help you out with the missions as long as we get to stay on the Elmo. Sumari, you won't have to worry about starving with us around. Is that so? I'm looking forward to that. Me too. There's all sorts of fun stuff in the Elmo, and a lot of old friends. Well, not just the guys from Griffin, but lots of new friends too. We'll be able to make new friends too, right? Yang Yu tightens her grip on the steering wheel. She's the one who's driving, and her eyes sparkle as she fantasizes about the future holds. Zhaohui says nothing, only listening quietly. Man, I want to head back to the campsite right now and see the look on Onesama and Faye's faces when they tell them the agreement's been loosened up. Hold on tight, Shikikan. I'm putting the pedal to the metal. Zhang Yu mutters about the agreement to herself as she speeds all the way back. Soon the jeep lurches to a halt. We're at the campsite. Shikikan, we have arrived! Zhang Yu eagerly dismounts and runs up to the nearby Diane and Faye. The flurry of wild gesticulation that follows tells me, even without hearing her words, that she's informing them about the agreement. Sure enough, Diane and Faye run up to meet a moment later. It's the happiest day of their lives, and Zhaohui is gonna be like, "What the fuck are these guys being about?" Shikikan, is what Zhang Yu said really true? Is the agreement nulled? I nod. Strictly speaking, it was because the terms had been loosened that after the previous assistance to Yon Marion concluded, you were allowed to stay on the Elmo. So, if you don't mind following me on my wanderings, you can come back to the Elmo and stay with me permanently after this contract is finished. That's wonderful! I've been looking forward to the day when I could officially join the Elmo. To the day when I could return to your side for good, Shikikan. Diane strokes the pendant on her wrist. Me too! I'll follow you anywhere, Shikian. It doesn't matter where you go. Monsoon Squad was always traveling after all. Wait. Faye was so cute there. I had to take a screenshot. Alright, see, since you're willing, I have no reason to refuse you. However, it seems your leader still hasn't chimed in yet. I look toward Zhaohui. She's been keeping her distance ever since she got down from the vehicle. Yang Yu and the others all look expectantly toward her, expecting Zhaohui to respond with a smile. Leon's expression is colored further with mild concern and worry. As expected, Zhaohui simply toys with the knife she's holding, her expression as cool and even as ever. In her mind, she's like, I don't get what they're doing right now, man. I don't understand. What's up with you? What's up with 4/5 of my squad? We haven't reached the deadline for the suggestion yet, so my answer is the same as before. So you want me to join the Elmo? I will need to consider it, but I will not stop you. Huh? What's there to consider? The Shikikan's super reliable, you know. You don't need to overthink this, Zhaohui. Well, you know, the Shikikan hasn't shown Zhaohui how to survive impossible odds before, so the dolls of Griffin have been through so much shit, man. They've been through so much shit, man. Anyway. You know, I've always been waiting for this to happen. Oh, what did you mean by this, huh? The air turns chilly. Diane steps forward and carefully ventures a question. I never asked before, but is there some reason you're reluctant to join us, Zhaohui? ... Zhaohui doesn't answer. She simply continues rubbing the handle of her knife. Upon seeing Zhaohui's reaction, I sigh inside, and I probably won't be able to get the answer out of her today. After patting the others on the shoulder, I chuckle quietly. Well, if she needs to think about it, then we don't have to press her for an answer today. The troupe will be performing for a while. You can always decide once the contract is done.
想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられたはずなんですけど。
I'm excited for her, the upgrade to her skin. That's a really good skin. I saw the CN upgrade. Those are really good, man. The week-long schedule of shows is slowly winding down. During this time, the Variegators are still active in the wilderness, but they don't harass the troop again. The attack Ida fear does not take place. The troop's performance receives glowing reviews. On the night before the final performance, the troop's campsite is brightly lit, and the members of the troop are gathered in the heart of the campsite, nervously preparing for their last show. When daybreak comes, I shall go with... I noticed Ida has really huge eye bags. Anyway. Ida, mind your blocking. Sorry about that. Let's do it over. When daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind, onward to a kingdom on the faraway clouds. Ida, your delivery just now was too stiff. I'm sorry, After the second reminder, Ida stumbles a little as she gets to her feet. Even the most clueless actor would be able to tell that right now she is not in the right state of mind for a rehearsal. The director sighs and pats Ida on her shoulder. Relax. Not feeling well. Then go rest up a little. We'll go over the other portions first. Thank you. Ida nods to the director in gratitude and slinks away from the stage. Zhaohui rises from her seat in the audience and silently follows her. Miss Ida, when humans are bothered by something, do they feel better when they talk to holes in trees? So, if there's something bothering you, why not try telling me about it? If nothing else, my color scheme is about 70% similar to a tree hole. I figure I ought to be able to provide 70% of the functionality of one. Ida freezes up, then carefully looks Zhaohui up and down before bursting into laughter. Miss Zhaohui, is this how you always comfort your friends? Not always, but right now it seems to be working. Thank you. Do feel a little better now. Upon seeing that sadness in Ida's eyes has abated a little, Zhaohui walks over to Ida's side. Are you feeling anxious about tomorrow's show? Yes, I believe Ferris's parents won't give up that easily. Miss Ida, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but as an actor, your sole duty is to deliver your performance. Ensuring that the show is safe is Monsoon Squad's duty. Got it. Thank you, Miss Zhaohui. I'm sorry for subjecting you to the terrible performance just now. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'll perk myself up and properly prepare for it. Ida smiles and nods to Zhaohui, and turns to head back to the stage. Zhaohui watches Ida leave, noting that the extra spring in her step, and then she returns to the audience seats. After the rehearsal in the corner of the camp, having confirmed that her various tasks and preparations are complete, Zhaohui is about to head back. Zhaohui is about to head back to the rest when she suddenly feels a weight on her shoulder. Ambush successful. She, Onesama and Faye. Come quick. Having managed to grab Zhaohui's shoulder, Zhang Yu excitedly waves the others over. Soon, Diane and Faye have arrived, flanking Zhaohui. Faced with their ambush, Zhaohui raises her hands in resignation. I don't recall a pre-show celebration on the cards. No, it's not really a celebration. I just have a few questions for you. Faye rubs her head, and her expression turns serious. That is to say, what do you think of the shaky can? Yeah, we were all in a rush when we came to help the shaky can out, so you probably didn't have much of a chance to talk to her. But now, it's just us Monsoon Squad and the shaky can. Plus, you've been with her for so long already. Surely you must have already made up your mind about her by now, right? The last show is tomorrow, Zhaohui. No matter what you're planning to do, won't you sit down and talk things through with us before making your final decision? Yeah, I hate how you just up and left the Elmo without saying anything. I'm sorry. I was planning to make my decision after the commission was completed, and I could discuss things with the shaky can. I didn't think I would cause so much trouble for everyone. Who says you're troubling us? Zhaohui, you're always so decisive, and whenever most of the time. Why are you all hesitant now? We've known each other for so long, so you can just tell us if we got anything on your mind. Zhaohui, you can tell us directly if you have doubts or questions about the Elmo. After all, Monsoon's been through a lot over the past few years, and we faced it all together, haven't we? Yeah, in the past, you were always the one to come up with a plan when we ran into trouble. Now you got trouble, so you should tell us about it. We're a team after all. Thank you. I'll be frank then. It is true. I have some reservations about joining the Elmo. However, they're not related to the Elmo or Monsoon, but rather my past. Zhaohui looks down at the scars on her hand. A moment later, she looks up at Diane. I want my choice to be meaningful, so I'm sorry. But I can't give an answer right now. Diane says sword and gently grasps Zhaohui's hand. It's alright, Zhaohui. We didn't approach you tonight to ask you to do anything. We just wanted to tell you that you have always been a great leader for all these years. Yeah, you might have it out for me, but you're actually pretty trustworthy as a squad leader. Monsoon might not even be here if it wasn't for your ideas. Yes, I agree. I wouldn't follow orders from just anyone. So we truly hope that we can continue traveling with you. I hope so too. And I will also seriously consider the matter for our future. After noting that Monsoon Squad is almost done talking, I head over and knock lightly on the nearby tent pole. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to talk about the campsite's defensive posture for tomorrow. What do you have in mind, Shiki-kan? I believe the Warriors have not given up on the big fish that this troop represents. Those two attacks on Ida weren't coincidences, merely probes. Zhaohui nods in agreement. Yes, they were using them to determine how well the troop was protected. Indeed, while the mental image of a disciplined Warriors might sound strange, they were really planning on making a big haul. They would probably hold back until the tour was over and the troop's temporary guards were gone. I don't want anything to happen to the troop after we leave. Rather than leave those Warriors free to threaten others, I'd rather look for a chance to put an end to the matter once and for all. Was this why you kept sending Miss Rosa out after the Warriors over the past few days? And here I thought you were going to mind your own business. Come on, it's not like bounty hunters only have class pieces on the mind. Besides, I also want to... A series of gunshots and explosions outside the campsite interrupts my words and shatters the silence of the night. Run! It's the Warriors! The Warriors are here! So they came after all. Ladies, prepare for a fight. Where's the rest of the squad? Where's Faye? Why is it only 3 of them? Faye was assigned to clear the audience out. Okay, whatever you say, bro. Let's eliminate the remaining enemies. Wasn't Zhaohui also part of the rewrites? So therefore, at this point, Faye's 3D model has been already made anyway. You know what? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna think too deeply about this right now. The Variegas who attack the summit are swiftly beaten back by the Monsoon Squad and Groza's combined efforts. Where was Groza in that fight? However, the campsite was caught in the crossfire, and much of the intricate backdrops and stages destroyed. Anything even remotely valuable in the backstage area has vanished. The campsite is in an uproar. The troop manager is frantically shuttling between the stage, the admin tent, and the costume racks, pulling up the losses while Monsoon Squad and I help her out. Just then, an actor runs over. Manager! Manager! It's bad! Ida's gone! Huh? Tell me, be clear about it. What happened? The cast was doing a headcount just now, and we couldn't find Ida. After that, someone mentioned that they think they saw several Variegas going after Ida when the campsite was being attacked. And also, someone was guiding the Variegas. I think it was the people who came to cause trouble for us earlier. Wait a minute. Are you saying the troublemakers from earlier were inside men for the Variegas, and that Ferris's parents hired the Variegas to attack the troop? Wait, that doesn't make sense, right? Because the Variegas killed Ferris, right? What the fuck? No. I don't think so. When you consider how Ferris died, there's no way her family would hire the Variegas. So maybe it's just the bounty hunters being desperate, so they hired Variegas. But the Ferris's parents just doesn't care, doesn't know. So you know. Anyway, the underground markets are chaotic and hard to manage. It's most likely that the commission to cause trouble here was coincidentally taken by the Variegas. The Variegas need an inside man. That's right. The tour was heavily publicized, so the Variegas have probably had their eye on the troop for some time now. The commission put out by the Ferris' family gave them the perfect excuse to sneak around the campsite without arousing our suspicion. Would the Variegas actually do that? Don't they only know how to wave their guns around? That would normally be the case, but it seems like the Variegas have grown a brain over the past few months. Commissions involving them have gotten harder and harder to complete as a result. While they're still fairly amateurish in actual combat, their ability to strategize does seem to have evolved a little. This whole conversation, I mean, if it's literally just a ragtag, I mean, it's just a group of dudes with guns, you know. And well, I mean, we know that Shikigan was a professional working with a PMC, and before that, I think the background was she was a graduate of like a military academy or some shit. So she knows a lot about actual military tactics and all. Anyway, I mean, canonically in the story, the Shikikan could handle several PMC dudes by herself. She doesn't even need to become a robot to do those things. Anyway. Damn it. Then what should we do now? A sudden ringtone from the comm terminal interrupts the manager's words. The manager frowns and picks up. We instantly hear a girl scream from the other side of the connection. It lasts only a second, then the girl's voice cut off, replaced by a short-tempered voice. Heard that? You're the lead actress. is in my hands. Bring her ransom by tomorrow. I'm warning you now. Don't try any fancy shit with me, or the chick dies. The call cuts off, and the campsite instantly goes silent. But soon, a cacophony of voices erupt from all around, and panic swallows the entire troop. That was Ida's voice! The Raegers kidnapped Ida! Director! Manager! What should we do? Can we really trust the Raegers? What if... Amidst the clamor, the theater manager walks over to me, a look of utter helplessness in her eyes, and tightly squeezes my hand. Please! Save Ida! We'll try to get the ransom together, but we can't let anything happen to Ida again. Alright, calm down. No matter what... Before I can finish, Zhaohui has already walked up to us. Shikian, allow me to handle the rescue. I've seen enough kidnappings to last me a lifetime. Those scum only know how to bully the weak and torment others. I don't know how people live in the contamination zones, but stepping in when I see injustice being done is how I live. And now I've seen it happen. There's no way I can turn a blind eye to it. I know that, but please wait a moment. Zhaohui's eyes narrow as I stop her. Don't get me wrong, Zhaohui. Calm down and listen to me. I massage the space between my eyes as I take in her guarded attitude and suspicions. Looks like she really misunderstood me. Then I shake my head and look her in the eye. Zhaohui, I feel the same way as you. There is no way I would simply stand aside after seeing something like this. That has nothing to do with me being a bounty hunter. That said, stopping you comes from my experience as a bounty hunter. I believe there is a better solution to this matter.
想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられたはずなんですけど。
You know the interesting thing about Zhaohui, her appearance, her attitude, her common attitude, or most of the time, you're given the impression that she's cool and collected. But the moment she deals with something like this, she becomes super rash. She just becomes super rash. It's like her brain just melts. I know that happens a lot, but like, you know. Wait, where are we now? How many more stories do we go? Oh, nice. We're close to the end. Inside the darkened corner of the Raeger warehouse, I secretly slip a thin razor blade out from between my layers of clothing. I remember the calm look on Zhaohui's face as she slipped it into my sleeve. I've carried this blade with me all this time just for situations like this, when I'm trapped among the enemy. Since you're willing to take the risk, Shikikan, I'll give you this blade. The blade is sharp, so be careful not to cut your fingers when you retrieve it. I feel for the blade and take advantage of the fact that there's nobody there to cut the ropes binding me. Soon the ropes fall apart behind me, and I work my shoulders to free myself. As I tuck the little razor blade back into my thick sleeve, it nicks my fingertip, and coolness oozes from the point of contact. It really is sharp. I ignore the pain in my finger and fish out the micro-communicator in my collar before calling Zhaohui. There's hardly any delay before the call goes true. The plan was successful. I'm inside the Raeger's warehouse. So your definition of success is pretending to be defeated and captured, so they throw you into their warehouse while tussled up like a turkey. Hey, it beats mindlessly charging in. This place seems lightly guarded, and their rope work is sloppy. Looks like the Raegers aren't very experienced. Oh yeah, your knight was really useful too. As long as you're safe. Have you found Ida yet? Yep, Ida's in another corner. I think she's fainted. I'll go wake her up now. Wait for my signal. How are you, Yu? Ready to move in on your signal, Shikikan. Alright. I hang up and quietly approach the corner where Ida is lying. Ida's face is pale as she lies on the cold ground. Her hands are tied behind her. and her tired body is curled up into a ball. I bend down and start cutting her bonds, and I pat her shoulders before calling her name. Ida! Ida! Wake up! After a while of this, Ida weakly opens her eyes. Upon seeing me, she grabs hold of my sleeve. Her eyes go wide and filled with tears. Please help me! It's them! Zhaohui, Diane, and Yang Yu hide behind a pile of rocks, keeping a watchful eye on the nearby Vaeger encampment. Sounds of merriment and occasional laughter from within. It seems they are celebrating their recent victory. Yang Yu pouts in annoyance as she crouches by the rock pile, bored out of her mind. Ah! I'm so bored! Why hasn't the Shikigan given the signal yet? Be patient. Huh? Weren't you about to butt heads with the Shikigan yesterday? Or are you willing to listen to her all of a sudden? That was dead, just as now. Zhaohui's eyes do not leave the Vaeger campsite, even as she delivers her flat reply. Oh, I get it now. You realize how trustworthy the Shikigan is, haven't you? Zhaohui remains silent, but then a command suddenly comes over the comms channel. Zhaohui, go! Acknowledge. We infiltrated the camp and poised to initiate an attack. Where's Faye, by the way? What's the situation over there with the boss? Everything is currently going smoothly. Let's begin its plan. Understood. Yang Yu, Diane, initiate the attack. Where's Faye? They totally forgot about Faye, huh?
の重さだ。みんなのために。逃がしたっての。私が回す。交代するなら今のうちよ。どこを見てるんですか。未来は定まった。
After sending the transmission to Zhaohui, I instruct Ida to hide in the corner. I ensure Ida is well hidden and take cover behind a nearby heap of chunks, my gun ready in case we're attacked from the outside. Soon, gunshots fill the air outside the warehouse. The gunfire draws closer. Someone kicks the main door and a familiar form rushes in. Shikigan! Ida! We're here! Zhaohui swiftly rushes over to our side, then nods to us. Zhang Yu and Diane are covering us outside. Come with me. There's a side path we can use to leave their encampment. No, we can't leave now. At least, not like this. And what is the reason for that? I took a commission from Ida. Zhaohui raised an eyebrow. Time's tight. I'll cut to the chase. Just now, Ida told me that she recognized these Vaegers. Yes, I did. Miss Zhaohui, I've seen it before. Ida's eyes suddenly filled with anger as she tightens her grip on Zhaohui's arm. Her voice is trembling. Last night, when I was abroad here, I saw their leader, the Vaeger's leader. Their leader was wearing a necktie. I remember. That necktie was a birthday gift from her family. Ferris cherished it dearly. She wore it everywhere. That's why I'm certain of it. He was the one who led the Vaegers that attacked me and Ferris. Correct. And so Ida made a request of me. She wants me to wipe out these Vaegers to avenge Ferris. I accepted it. And now, wait. You have a choice. Are you willing to join me in clearing out this nest of Vaegers? Of course, it's going to be more dangerous than just escorting Ida out of here. For the first time, there is an impeccable smile on Zhaohui's face. Yeah, boy! Revenge. It would be my pleasure.
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
I really like. I really want that music to finish first. So, it's their old scrap metal causing havoc in my camp. Go, everyone, get in there. Knock this guy's head off for me. Zhaohui, keep a tight watch on them. Don't let even one of these scrubs escape. Ah, understood. Just like that. Zhaohui and I coordinate with each other and corner the Jaeger leader. What should we do now? There are no police stations in the contamination zones. Bruh. Fire Jaegers are lower than human. There's only one way to deal with those things. We do it the bounty hunter way. Either you hold your peace forever, or you leave no regrets behind. Though, when it comes to scum like that, I want to be able to live with myself if I spared him. A single gunshot fills the air, and the bulky man wearing a necklace plumps against the wall. Contract closed. Yeah, boy! In the lawless land like this, someone has to take justice for themselves. I mean, there's literally no law enforcement in this area. I recovered the necklace from the man and indicate to Zhaohui that we should leave. Zhaohui seems a little pleased with herself right now. Oh, I guess she's into that kind of thing. I think I understand Zhaohui a little bit more. Let's go. I turn and head out of the encampment. It's time we return this to Ida. 2 days after the Jaegers were eliminated, the Talia troop campsite is abuzz with activity. Tonight, Daybreak's Oath will be performed in the settlement for the last time. Night has just fallen, and temporary seating is packed with audience members who have come here from nearby settlements. As the show progresses, the sounds of applause and sniffling comes from the seats. And when the final scene arrives, all eyes are on the girl in the center stage who is illuminated by the spotlight. I'm sorry, my very best friend. Please, forgive me for bidding you farewell. For last night I received word for the goddess of dawn. She told me when daybreak comes, I should go with the wind, onward to a kingdom under faraway clouds. But, my dear beloved friend, do not be saddened by this parting. For you know that it has always been my wish to become that faint ray of light that illuminates the dark night. As she recites her lines, a twinkle of light blossoms in her hand. She holds up this radiant mote and descends from the stage into the audience seats until she finally arrives before a man and a woman. And so from now on, so long as you see the sky at dawn, remember that the ray of daybreak, and know that I wish you well. Let this necklace be the proof of our pact. No matter where you may be, so long as you need it, it shall become as daybreak and defend you. And with that, Ida gently lifts her hand and deposits Ferris's necklace into the couple's hands. And then Ida bows deeply to the two of them. I am so sorry. Zhaohui and I watched the end of the show from the unobstrused corner of the audience. After seeing Ida finally embrace Ferris's parents, even Zhaohui's cool expression seems to have softened a little. A good ending, don't you think? It is good that the misunderstanding could be resolved, and it was also good that you were willing to testify about the evil deeds of the Varjagers. Otherwise, Ferris's parents would have found the tale hard to believe. So, does that mean our misunderstanding has also been resolved? Can you tell me about your reluctance to join us? Still not. Zhaohui is silent for a while, and then she nods. Before joining Monsoon's squad, I was used to traveling alone and dealing with any dangers I encountered by myself. But after becoming part of Monsoon's squad, Diane, Yang Yu, and Faye became my friends. We traveled together with the same wish in our hearts, just like Ida and Ferris. I once thought Monsoon would keep traveling like this forever. While everyone kept talking about finding their Shikikan, they were still limited by that agreement. So, I believe that day that when they would do so was still far off. Thus, I did not think much about what would happen once the agreement ended or what I would do. So, when I realized that there was a chance for them to go to the Elmo, I hesitated. If everyone else in the band chose to return to the Elmo, then what about me? Zhaohui pauses for a moment. She runs her fingers over her neck and then looks at me. The members of Monsoon often told me about you and your shared past. So before I make my decision, I would like to know, what made you walk this path of self-exile? To my knowledge, you were not compelled to become a wandering bounty hunter. Oh? Me? I look up at the sky. Too many scenes from the past flash before my eyes. What exactly was it that made me choose my present course? I think of the flames from that explosion, and that one-sided farewell. In order to give all that sort of meaning, I finally chose to sign the agreement, much as I loathed its terms and the fact that I had done so. As my emotions fly into disarray, I shake my head and my gaze settles on the nearby stage. Perhaps it was for these people. Ferris, Ida, and the audience member watching the play just like you. Perhaps I could have chosen a better paying way of life. But if I had, I would always be taking and carrying out orders. By boarding the Elmo, perhaps I could follow my heart and help the people who needed saving. But then again, maybe I just did it for myself. So, I'm sorry. I couldn't answer your question, because I still haven't accomplished anything yet. Is that what you wanted to hear, Zhaohui? Zhaohui remains silent, and the night shrouds that poker face of hers. She looks down at the scars in her hand, and there's a vague sense of confusion in her eyes. Once, I simply did as I was told, never questioning the rightness of my actions or lack thereof. After that, I learned that I should choose for myself. And so, you chose Monsoon. Not just Monsoon. When I joined Monsoon, I also chose the future I wanted. So, what kind of future will you choose now? Zhaohui looks up. Of course, they're gonna give her the special pose. CG. Anyway, she stares into my eyes, and the confusion from before is now gone. She randomly sits down and poses with her gun. Okay, whatever. Shikikan, I'm not like Diane and the others. I've not experienced the days of fighting by your side in Griffin. That is why I cannot immediately decide to board the Elmo and follow you. But of course, I would like all dolls to join the Elmo to do so of their own free will. However, this commission has allowed me to get a measure of your character. And since my friends in Monsoon Squad trust you completely, I think I can try to trust you too, Shikikan. In the past, I chose to travel with Monsoon Squad. Now, I think I can choose a future of traveling with the Elmo. Surely a journey with you should be a pretty good one, am I wrong? And with that, Zhaohui watches me quietly. Well, in terms of doing good and stopping evil, it ought to be pretty good. Upon hearing my answer, Zhaohui smiles that barely visible smile again. Then, from now on, the tactical doll Zhaohui shall join the Elmo. Here's the jolly cooperation. That feels so out of character. That feels like so forced. Yeah, the jolly cooperation. Welcome back, Dark Souls. Anyway, which makes me think for a second. Will I be playing Night Rain today? I don't know. I wanna at least progress Stellar Blade today. Okay, at the very least, I should progress Stellar Blade outside. I wanna go out. I wanna go outside of the wasteland now. The wasteland is so fucking. It fucking drains me. Like every open area in fucking Stellar Blade drains me, man. It's a whole bunch of like. It feels like chores compared to like when you're inside the dungeon area in Stellar Blade. Anyway, it is late at night, and the bustling crowds have receded. The actors have cleared away their costumes and props, and are now taking a break, leaving the campsite silent at last. Just as I'm about to return to my tent, I hear a familiar, gentle voice from behind me. Shiki-kan, do you have a moment? Diane, what are you doing here? Is something the matter? I came to return you this. Diana smiles as she approaches me. Then she extends a hand to me, revealing an intricate pendant in her palm. The thunderbolt-shaped symbol on the pendant gleams in the night. That's... My thoughts returned to a time several years ago. It was before I was officially reunited with Diane. A certain request had led the Elmo traveling near the green zone. There, I received Diane's signal. A blue ribbon brought back by Groza after his return from a mission in a satellite city. Without news, without a message, we were separated by just a purification zone. These were the limitations imposed by the agreement, and also a sign of Diane's care and concern. At Groza's suggestion, I had her pass Diane the pendant. This was the keepsake that you had Miss Groza give me. I still remember the words she told me that day. Bathed in lightning and rain, waiting silently amidst the storm. The blue-white flash shall one day be seen. Wait, isn't this Zhaohui's event story? Why are we having this with Diane right now? And meanwhile, in Diane's own event story, it was like it was about some other people instead of her. Anyway. That is the origin of the name Elmo, and also the promise you made with me, is it not, Shiki-kan? I carried this pendant with me during our time apart. It got me through countless lonely days when my thoughts were of you, and gave me the strength to keep moving forward. Thanks to its existence, I always believed that one day, I would be reunited with you, Shiki-kan. You're right. The rain and storm have passed. Welcome back to the Elmo. Diane. I look toward Diane, but just as I'm about to retrieve the pendant, she suddenly pulls her hand back. She holds it in her palm, looking tenderly upon it, as though she was caressing it with her gaze. Shiki-kan, the truth is, I have a request to make of you. Though we are reunited, I have always etched the meaning of this pendant onto my heart. If I might, could I continue to hold on to it? I will always cherish the spirit in which it was given. Still holding the pendant, Diane gazes into my eyes, her face flushing a pink. I thought this was Zhaohui's event story. What is this Diane stuff happening right now? Well, in her own story, she was NTR'd in her own story. Now she's NTRing Zhaohui. Anyway. Of course, Shortly afterwards in the Elmo, several dolls who had traveled from afar are now gathered at the foot of the massive vehicle. The twin-tailed girl tugs on the hand of the blue-clothed girl, hopping around excitedly in front of the Elmo. I'm so happy, Onesama. We returned to the Elmo again. Oh yes, I didn't expect we'd be able to come back. And now our dear leader, Zhaohui, has returned with us. Yup, Monsoon's back together again. Faye, where were you in the last battle? What were you doing? Oh, she had to guard the campsite. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. They didn't even leave a line to say that. Is this really alright? The agreement? Last, Shikigan said that our friend in Namfa, namely Miss Kalina, will help us take care of it. We won't have to worry about the paperwork. So, let's enjoy our reunion with the Shikigan. Wow! Is that Shikigan coming out? I'm feeling so nervous all of a sudden. Well, that's unusual. To think the day would come when Monsoon's best drummer is blushing. Ah, Zhaohui, you're still making fun of me at a time like this. I was simply trying to add to the mood, and an opportunity presented itself. But I guess it worked pretty well now. With a wow, Ang Yu runs to the Elmo, and Diane follows in resignation. Faye strides into the Elmo too. Zhaohui walks at the back of the group at a leisurely pace. What does the future hold for Monsoon Squad? Zhaohui looks up at the person on the Elmo who's waiting for them. Perhaps she will give her the answer.
想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう少し完璧に終わらせられたはずなんですけど。
Why is it the majority of my victory screen is Suomi? It's I have no complaints about Suomi. It's just that it's always Suomi. What did they mean by this? Alright, we're done with the story. I'm gonna end stream soon. I don't think there's much we need to do. Ah, shit, I didn't even see what that is. Never mind. Time to collect some tax. Up here. Oh yeah. Oh well. What do I need to worry about? Let's see. There was something I was thinking about. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanna change this one to attack. So I need to farm. Yeah, I need to farm. I have a lot of extra USB sticks anyway, so I might as well just use it for them. Where is? Might as well use it for that. I was thinking that it wasn't doing a lot of damage. Unironically, she's one of my DPS characters, but like I never really built up her. I never really worked on building up her kit, so it needs a lot of help. I really don't care about building Zhaohui's thing right now, because like I heard her damage is so weak that it's just so not worth it. Yeah, I don't think we got any.
私の銃が見たい？
No, I don't think I got one right. I don't think I got one. Oh, I did get one. Calibration time I got. Start out with this. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, we're spending a lot of gold today, man. Sometimes I feel like using this is a waste of money, a waste of gold, and I'm doing that right now just to demonstrate. Look at this. What was the point? Just better to spend if you're going to have like a lot of things go randomly, you know, might as well not. I mean, sure, it gives you a floor. It gives you a floor. Like, everything will go down, like, a certain level. But if you're, honestly, for me, like, for crit, like, I really don't care for crit rate for Macchiato. Because, you know, she has natural crit rate coming from her kit. But, like, you know, when you're looking at attack boost, like, do you want it to be 100%? No, of course not. You're wasting, and I'm wasting right now. I'll already put that again. This is the end game of all gacha games, man. You try to level things like this, accessories, artifacts, whatever you call them. This is acceptable for me. Alright, let's try this again. It's a waste of money though. Yeah, I so don't want that. All right, that was good. Okay, I can stop here. All right, that should fix a lot of things with her kit. Because her kit's kind of problematic anyway. Yeah. I doubt there's gonna be like a way to. This is fine. That is fine. No, of course not. No, I don't want that. I don't want that ratio. Time to farm some gold. We're so out of gold right now. Take her. Yeah, her attachments are. Yeah, I could also probably farm for her attachments, but I'm not in a hurry to worry about this right now. Ballistic boost. Yeah. Oh, this one's actually better. Slightly. Okay. Yeah. I don't care about the trade-off. It's naturally she got naturally got lower because her crit rate went down. She's sitting at 60%, and 60% is good enough for her. Because I remember the bare minimum should be 60 for Macchiato. I think I only had 3,200 attack a while ago, so now we released it to 3.5, which should add considerable additional damage to her. Oh yeah, I haven't worked on this. I should at least increase. Nah, yeah, I'm out of chips. Gold, yeah, I can still farm gold. It's not a problem, but like, yeah, I'm not focusing a lot on like stuff. Who's the one? I'm kind of going to experiment about. Going to experiment. Springfield's kit. I want to see my Springfield kit right now. I'm obviously farming for it. Just gonna have her wear Springfield's attachments for now, just to get an idea how we are with like her gear. Need to continue farming. At least the side this attachment is good. I would prefer to have both health and health boosts completely filled up. Yeah. And as far as Springfield. Yeah, we could probably work on this one. I'm not in a hurry, unless they announce Springfield's going to be the next one, which I don't mind actually. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think that's a waste. I should rather focus on Springfield. Blade. Lamau. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't. I need to work on Ulred's gear. Yeah. Ulred is also in need of a lot of help. Yeah. This one needs replacement. Although I haven't farmed any physical ballistic gear anyway, quite recently, so I don't expect to find something new for her. So yeah. To work on this one. Oh, whatever. As for Zhaohui, don't think I have any gear for her. Not that I need to, because I already have an idea. I'm not gonna be fielding her for Gunsmoke anyway. despite the Hydro weakness. Just like kind of whatever. All right, that's it for Girls Frontline 2. Later in the afternoon, we're going to be continuing Stellar Blade. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Night Rain tonight, but in the afternoon, we're going to do Stellar Blade. There's also one thing. I just realized I didn't fill up the screen. Anyway, there's also one thing I realized. There's this VN I want to read. It's the newly released one. Canada. It's only estimated to be like 4 to 5 hours. So I wonder if I could just go through like the first hour today and then just go through it through the week just 1 hour a day. If it's short enough, you know, we could just go through it through a week, just 1 hour of it every day. Anyway, that's it for Girls Frontline 2, and yeah, I'll see you guys on Stellar Blade, or maybe Night Rain if I'm doing Night Rain today.